This is what you have to do when you don't bleach your hair enough. So this video is pretty much for anybody who's already dyed their hair, whether that's in quarantine or like me who have been doing it on and off for years, or just for people who are thinking about maybe coloring their hair and then want to know all the things that could go wrong. You see this in like most reaction videos for people doing their hair on their own at home, not at a salon, things going wrong. Either your hair getting overly processed and just pretty much not holding a color at all, or people not processing their hair enough for it to be light enough for it to get the pigment that you want. I've experienced this a couple of times doing my hair on my own. However, most recently, as you can see, I had gone to a salon during the time when things were not locked down in California. I did in fact go and make an appointment at a salon to get my hair colored. I originally had asked them to pretty much style my hair in a mohawk style and then do the top of my hair black and the under bottom parts green. Prior to this, I had like purple toned hair and my roots had grown out probably like good like 3 inches or so, and I just didn't want to deal with bleaching my hair because it's a long ass process. Anyone who's done their hair up until this point knows it's a bitch. So when I went and they actually went ahead and finished the job, I wasn't completely happy with it in the sense that I didn't like the way it came out. It was more of, it came out more purple and green, and if I actually have a picture from that time, I'll show it maybe here, what it looked like generally freshly after I had gotten it done. I don't know if you can tell, but the green on my sides of my hair and the green towards the bottom of my hair were obviously different tones, and the top of my hair wasn't exactly fully black. It was more black towards my roots, and then it kind of just turned purple. Now my understanding was that all the dyes that were used on my hair were semi-permanent, which I'm used to use it all the time. If you don't already know and have figured out this point, semi-permanent hair dye, it's not meant to stay. It's just sits on top of your hair. It's not meant to be damaging whatsoever, which is usually why there's a bunch of high pigmented colors that are meant to go on bleached hair so it replaces the pigment that's no longer there. It wasn't until later on down the line that I wanted to retouch up my hair and change the color around that I realized, oh shit, this isn't semi-permanent. I think this is demi-permanent because it does not want to come out. I wish I would have known this from the start because I've already bleached my hair all the way once through and I don't want to have to do this again. So I went ahead, I waited a day. I remember I went to work with literally platinum blonde because I just went a whole day, let my hair chill, and allowed like the oils in my hair to kind of like repopulate, and then I did it again. I bleached my whole hair again, and even after that, my hair was still really brassy. I did use Olaplex after, which made me feel better about doing the process because it was essentially a treatment afterwards. And every time you do bleach your hair, you really should do some kind of treatment. It's just, you're putting your hair through like a lot, and especially I had went and bleached my hair twice. But my hair's a beast and I had pretty good confidence that it was gonna be fine. I just was getting frustrated that it was not lightening to the point that I needed it to. So I had to come up with a solution which was pretty much like toning your hair. When you bleach your hair platinum blonde, or you're trying to go for more of like a platinum ashy, nice kind of blonde, when you have brassy bits, the whole point of you toning your hair is to kind of cool it down and cancel out those yellowy orangey colors. So what I did was I used, well, this color you can see, Arctic Fox Poseidon, which was a high pigment blue toned color. So I was thinking, all right, I'm just gonna put this because it's super pigmented. It should color everything and also hopefully cancel out the orange because they're on the opposite ends of the color wheel. So that worked for a little while, but because of all that, here I am, where I had recently gone and retouched the green part of my hair and the blue part of my hair, but as my hair was sitting, this portion right here, which was the original roots that were dyed black at the salon, with the not semi-permanent hair color, it's not holding. Long story short, I'm gonna try and hot fix this because one, I don't really want to go to another salon. Two, I don't know when the next appointment is. Three, it's a lot to get your hair color corrected in general. And four, I don't want to have to go and buy bleach and bleach my hair again, which it has been like a month since I've bleached my hair. But in general, the reason, which I get asked this question a lot, is how do you keep your hair healthy, hold the color, vibrant, pretty much for a long period of time. Because I do know people who do color their hair, but the thing is, like, every time they change their hair color, they bleach it. I try to avoid that at all costs. I'll grow out my roots, I don't care. I just usually try to let it fade out, strip it softly, and just put another color that's close enough as I slowly make my way around like the color wheel. So because I don't want to go and re-bleach my hair in general, I'm just gonna go ahead and reapply highly concentrated Poseidon back onto this crown area, and I'm literally gonna let it sit there all day. Usually when I dye my hair, I'll put it up, leave it there for like 2 hours, and I'll wash it out with cold water. Because this does not want to hold, I'm gonna try and give it its best shot to hold it. This is just my quick fix. In general, if you're in this similar situation, if your hair is over processed, you might just have to regrow out that portion, and that's just the way it's gonna be. Two, but like me, you could go and just go ahead and get something that's very high pigmented color and let it sit there for as long as possible. And obviously, three, go to a salon and see if they can do anything about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys with me to the baño because I can't do that here because it's carpet. And also my dogs have like white patterns where they're probably gonna get blue, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna go layer by layer, and I'm gonna add this just back on the parts that are like kind of faded and not very blue-ish. This is what you have to do when you don't bleach your hair enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this just sit in my hair all day. So I'll probably rinse this out once I start getting annoyed with it. Hey, you guys. I don't know why they came to follow me, but I just came to check in. It's already about like 8 p.m., like 4-ish hours later. And I have to wake up early tomorrow for a doctor's appointment, so I'm just gonna have to rinse it out now. So I'm gonna rinse it out, and then tomorrow I'll actually show you the finished result. So it is the next day, and I am happy to say that I think it worked. I don't know, you tell me what you think. At least in general, I do think that it's dark all the way around, as opposed to like the little faded bits that were right here, primarily in my crown area. So last night I had rinsed out my hair with just cold water as much as I could handle, with some color safe shampoo, and I just let it be. And this was after me letting my hair sit for like 4 or 5 hours. In general, you could leave it longer if you wanted to. I do think this would work with any high pigment, like saturated color. So like maybe like a really dark purple or deep violet or anything like that, I think would work for a situation like this. If maybe, let's say like your whole head just came out really brassy, like in random areas, come out not as like platinum blonde, and I would just use like a really dark color over it. But yeah, when you leave them on, I would just leave it on for an extended amount of time. I know people who sleep with their hair dye in their hair, but I'm ultimately happy with like the results. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. But ultimately, make sure you double check with if you have a stylist or if you can go to a salon and if it's safe to go and it's open. Obviously, that's probably your best bet. But if you can't and you're kind of in a similar situation as me where you just, you really want to deal with it and you don't want to bleach your hair again, just choose a like darker pigmented color, and you should be okay at least to the next time maybe you can go to a salon or start over again. Okay, bye guys.